You on?
We're on. Hello, Mersey Beat Gardeners.
Hello, everyone.
Not Mersey Beat Gardeners, Mersey Beat Garden lovers. Or watchers, people who watch our channel.
Yep, I'm sure most people are gardeners who watch our channel anyway.
How do you know?
Well, there'll be a lot who are.
I know a lot of people who aren't gardeners who watch gardening channels.
Yeah, I know, but a large percentage would be.
How do you know?
It's just an assumption.
We've only got one viewer anyway.
Okay.
Welcome back to another vlog. You may have noticed we haven't done many of these.
We haven't done one
summer.
in a while.
Because we've been very busy. And we've had COVID.
Oh yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Tell them we've had COVID, Kat.
We've had COVID.
Sympathy.
No, it was rough. It was rough. And we've been vaccinated, and we've been boosted, and we've had all the bloody jabs going, and we still get it. Though it would have been a lot worse if we hadn't had them.
Very true.
We would have been.
It's not a very nice thing to have.
No, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Omicron, that is it the BA5 and BA4 that are still prevalent?
Yeah.
But they're introducing a new BA5-4 vaccine now in September.
Introducing it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're administering it, but they've introduced it from 5th of September. Your birthday, by the way. Birthday, 5th of September. Get a prize for guess how old he is.
No, don't. I'll tell you what you can do. You can send me presents.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
You can send presents to me.
You can send presents to me.
And I'll give them to you, but I'll use them first.
Do you know what? This is hard, you know, having to live like this.
What's happened to your hat, Phil? What did you do to it?
Nothing.
Did it get squashed in the car? Didn't you put the scissors on it or something?
I made it look like a Van Gogh hat. You know Van Gogh's hat?
It looked more like a beachcomber.
I wanted it to look a bit arty.
And does it?
I like to be arty, me.
Does it look arty though?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
come on.
Only our viewer could tell us that.
Let's crack on.
Yeah, so we haven't been anywhere. Well, we have been everywhere. We've been all over the place. So
we haven't been here.
But we haven't been here.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it feels longer. And we haven't done a plot tour, which we have tonight. We've actually done a plot tour before we're talking to you now.
Well, you have.
So we're going to show you that plot tour.
When?
Very soon.
Can I get them?
But first of all,
can I bring them cucumbers down? What we're doing?
I've got the cucumbers here.
Hey, lovely. Oh, we've
Look
just
at
got these. Look at these. Look at these.
Look at this. You don't,
Aren't they lovely?
You don't get many of them
in the pound.
You don't get any in a pound because they're about £2-3 each. The massive cucumbers.
Oh, one of our allotment neighbours further down, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Michael gave us them because we're not growing any well, we are growing kind of cucumbers,
we're
but
growing
we've not been down
this year.
to water them or anything, and they're certainly not as big as them. Look at them.
But they're a different type altogether.
Hey, Mrs.
Hey,
have you ever seen a cucumber like that? Mrs.
Anyway, we grew green machine last year, which were as big as them.
They were.
I don't know what variety they are.
But they're going to go great.
But they're beautiful.
You can get dozens of cucumber sandwiches out of them, can't you?
I'll just eat them.
With
in
paste.
strips.
I like them with cucumber.
With some dips.
And some beef paste.
Some dips.
Or something like
nice. And cucumber strips.
Oh, nice brown bread. So that was good, wasn't it?
That's beautiful.
And look at this.
And what about our...
look at this.
Greenhouse.
Look at that.
They're a greenhouse.
Now, when I do the tour, and I'll show you the video of the tour, you can see where all them came from. That's our most substantial tomato crop for many years, because every time we've had tomatoes or we've been growing them, they've got blight. But that is absolutely amazing.
That's gorgeous. Now, are they cerise, the baby ones?
It's a cerise. These are like sweets.
I've just given some of them to Michael. Very nice.
You just eat them. And they're so sweet.
Some rising straub.
They're gorgeous, they are. You could just sit in front of the telly and eat them.
Them German tomatoes with a little pointy thing on the end.
Little shitty bits.
They're lovely.
And these are like flame tomatoes, aren't they? Like a beef steak.
Have we got Legend there as well?
There's some Legend.
Legend.
Oh, that might be a Heinz.
1350.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it might be a Legend. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think that's Legend. Or is it?
The gorgeous tomatoes. These.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
Sorry about that. The battery just went. I had to change the battery in the camera.
Did you have a backup? It must have done because it's working.
Yeah. I just set up to adjust it.
Oh, so there was a bit of a shock coming down today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, we wondered what it was going to be like, didn't we? We had somebody watering the greenhouse and the coal frame while we were away, but
yeah. Now, before we show you the tour of the plot, which I'm going to do in a minute, I just want to tell you about our potatoes, our Irish lumpers, and the Maris Piper.
No, Maris Piper. Oh no, Maris Pier. Sorry,
Maris Piper.
We didn't do Maris Piper this year.
A few weeks ago, I did a little time lapse of an unveiling of them to show you how many potatoes we were growing in. We were growing them in containers at home on the patio, and here in a raised bed.
Yeah.
The Irish lumpers were in a raised bed here,
both were.
and the Maris Pier were at home. So I've made a little video of that, so I'm going to show you that now. There you go. I bet you didn't think you could grow so many potatoes in a bucket.
In a bouquet.
Yes. In a bucket.
As high as a bouquet, would say.
So that was they were really good crops, they were, and they're now in storage in Hessian bags, which is how you should store them in a dark room.
But we have tasted the lumpers, haven't we?
Yeah.
What's your verdict on them?
I don't know. You think they're bland, don't you?
I think they need a lot of seasoning.
Do you?
And butter and a bit of, pepper and a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe some onions mixed in.
But we're going to make a traditional Irish stew. with the Irish, with the lumpers.
It does say they're not the most flavoursome potato, but they are very floury. They are very nice. They make beautiful mashed potato.
Well, do you know what? They were implemented in the Irish potato famine because they all got blight, basically, potato blight, and they failed and rotted in the fields. Yeah. Which meant in the 1840s that over 2 million people died of starvation. In Ireland, and they all ended up emigrating, and we know that what history tells us about that. And it's because it really wasn't the people's fault. It wasn't the people's fault at all. It was actually governments of the day, and it was mainly the British government who created this mono crop idea, where people lived off the crops, and people were often having to feed themselves on food that wasn't even suitable for cattle. Yeah. It was a really low source grade of food.
So they were in a forced situation.
And when the blight hit in Ireland, the government in Britain, the equivalent of the Conservative Party back then, they were the Pits. They were the Pits, literally.
We like the Pits we've got today.
And they blamed the Irish for doing it, and
they blamed them for the crops failing, didn't they? But it wasn't. It was because.
And these evangelical types, they said to them, well, you know, hard work that'll solve the problem. So they gave them work jobs to do pointless tasks like building
roads that went nowhere.
Roads to nowhere, called the famine roads. Terrible. Anyway, there's a little history lesson for you. Before I go, and I'll show you our plot tour in a minute, I want to tell you about these.
Oh!
Right, these...
Oh, you'll have to tell Danny.
Thanks to... That's an in joke. Thanks to...
but it's a nice one.
We got the heads up from Sean James Cameron. If you don't know about who Sean James Cameron is, he's...
well, he's got one of his channels is 10 years old, isn't it?
Yep.
This month.
See these seeds here? There's about 30 packets of seeds here, with a face value for all them seeds of £41.75. £41.75. That's what they would cost you. You see the average price is £2.50. There's ones here for £3.
Yeah, you've got the Johnson's
beans for £3, and so on and so forth. All these seeds, brilliant. And it cost us how much for all them seeds?
£7.24.
£7.24 for 30 packets
what would
of
have
seeds.
cost us for £41.75?
£41.75
in the lovely Wilko.
And that's the receipt there.
We got them while we were working away, didn't we?
We did, but this is a nationwide sale that's on. And if you get yourself down there sharpishly.
Well, Sean put a post up, didn't he?
He did.
He bought loads.
Get yourself down there now. You can get packets of seeds for as little as 3 pence.
Some of these are 3.
3 pence, 5 pence, 10 pence
yeah,
each,
got the receipt there.
15 pence, whatever. But they're really cheap. And all the sow-by dates are not until 2025.
Some are 26 and 27 on them.
Exactly. So there's plenty of time to sow them for next year. And they're just selling them off. But they're not telling anybody. You go into the shop, and it's only when you get to the till that you realise that they've gone down to this amazing price. And this is a countrywide sale. So get yourself down to Wilko and pick up a bargain. Yes. Fantastic.
Well, we've got a nice selection of flowers, not just veg, but a lovely selection of flowers.
Yes, we have. We've got lovely...
We've got lobelias.
Yeah,
we've got
some lobelias.
Oh God, what else have we got? We've got night scented stock. We've got
chard.
Dash day.
Let's see.
We've got
gypsophila.
They can be sown now in August up to October. We've got black-eyed Susie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, these are things that, you know, if you were to buy these as little plants, grasses, I love grasses.
Love grasses, yeah.
So we've got grasses there as well.
And then we've got parsnips, we've got onions. We've got all those microgreens can be sown all year round.
Onions.
You know the ones we got?
Yeah, these microgreens.
Yeah, there's like coriander, there's lemon basil, there's ordinary basil, there's fenugreek.
Parsnips. So by 2025.
These are beautiful. Gonna get them in, but they don't go in till January.
So they've got great seeds, and I suppose every store will have different selection for you to buy. But get yourself down to Wilko. So, okay, well, that concludes this bit. A little chat there, and so I think we'll show you around the plots.
But we need to really crack on and get a bit of weeding done. And
we do. So we're not vlogging anymore.
I've lifted some more Maris pier.
Yeah.
From here and over there.
Yeah.
Obviously we lost the sweet corn this year.
We did.
First year ever. With us being away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the little ratties are eating them.
Ratties are eating them.
And the mice probably.
Yeah.
But no worries.
And maybe birds.
We've had birds. Yeah. Could even be squirrels as well.
Could be.
But we've got we've had sweet corn abundance every year from this plot.
Yeah, we have.
So that's not a big issue, and we've got that bed ready, and we'll get it ready and sow a new crop.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look around the plot and see what you think. See you in a minute.
Comments on the hat down below.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, let's have a look in the greenhouse. Remember, we haven't been here for 2 weeks, literally. Let's have a look. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh, this is incredible. And from going for 2 or 3 years without growing one single tomato because of blight, just look at this. Look at these tomatoes, peppers, look at them. 2 weeks. This is the first time we've been able to get to the plot, and look at these, incredible. They're enjoying the heat and the sunshine, there's no doubt about that. It's incredible. That's a bumper harvest, don't you think? Yeah. These are cerise, which are really like little sweety, tiny tomatoes that you can just snack on. They're incredible, aren't they? Very small. This is a beefsteak variety. I think that's called Flame. That certainly is called Flame there. That one. See that? These are a German variety known as Reisentraub, sorry. And they've got this unique kind of little titty thing on the end of it there. Look at these beef steaks, flame variety. Oh, this is incredible. So I'm going to pick all these tonight because this is amazing. This is why we grow stuff, isn't it? That's incredible. They look like what are these? It's got a sign on it saying Demon Red, but I don't think that is Demon Red actually. I don't know what type of pepper that is. These were supermarket variety, these pointed peppers, red peppers that you get in supermarkets, and we just chopped it up and planted the seed. So they've grown fantastic. How are your tomatoes doing? I hope they're doing as well as ours here. Oh, it's just blown me away, this. What a sight for sore eyes. Our sunflowers for Ukraine. Look at that. They're bending over now with the weight of their heads, but they've grown to about 12 foot, at least 12 foot high, and they're heavy with seeds at the moment. So suppose those seeds you can actually eat, or you can use as bird food. You can take them out and use them as bird food. Amazing.
Oh, sweet corn's all gone.
Sweet corn's gone.
It's all been eaten.
What's been eating it? Oh my God.
Probably mice and maybe a few rats, maybe.
That's been rats.
Yeah.
They climb up the stems and they strip them. See?
Yeah.
It's definitely rats. They climb up here. You can actually get deterrent. You can put foil round. People have put foil round and various
in all
things.
the years we've been growing sweet corn, and we've grown it many years,
we've never had this problem, have we?
This problem ever.
But we seem to be having an infestation of them at the moment.
So what are we doing with the sweet corn? Are we uprooting?
They can't do anything with them really. Most of them have gone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. See.
Oh, there's one or two that are all right there.
Yeah, but they're tiny, aren't they? They're not worth anything. So I would
just write it off and start with a new crop in here. Yeah. Well, we haven't been down for nearly 2 weeks.
No, I know.
With work, so we've got to crack on. And have you seen the acacia, Phil?
Acacia.
That must be at least, what, over 10 feet?
Also known as Bolivian peppers. Oh, there's some runner beans here.
There's some runners in the middle, yeah.
We had a runner bean come up, and that's done all right.
So if we made a joint decision, are we
runner beans
doing the corn as a write-off?
Yeah, we're going to crop them tonight. But this acacia's gone crazy. Look, it's like a jungle plant. The Bolivian peppers, or they're related to cucumbers, but the insects do love them actually. See, they love them. But they get these little. It's also called a slipper pepper. They have these little slippers growing. See, they're growing on here now. Some of them. They're too small at the moment, obviously. But you get an idea of what they look like. But look at the insects. They love pollinating them. They're everywhere. So it does good for wildlife, but it's an absolute monster. You're only supposed to grow 1 or 2, people say, but we're growing about 8 of them.
Yeah. And we've given away.
We're growing about eight of these plants. See there?
We've given away about 6, Phil.
Have we?
Yeah.
There's little fruits on these, Catherine.
Let's have a look. Come on.
You can just see that. Acacia. What are they called? Bolivian peppers, are they, Kath?
They're known as Bolivian peppers. They're not actually a pepper, they're related to cucurbits, the cucumbers.
Yeah.
But they're known as Bolivian peppers because when you roast them, they taste like pepper.
See?
Lovely. And they'll crop really prolifically. And any extendable tentacles, you can just...
You can see them there.
The bees love them.
I can see that.
Absolutely love them.
They're amazing.
See? So many bees on the flowers here for these.
Yeah.
They're also known as Peruvian wild cucumber, sacred food of the Incas.
Mm.
And
we've never grown these before.
Never grown them. We got the seeds gifted from the head gardener at Wisley.
Wisley, yeah.
And he also gave us some fruits.
He didn't tell us how to grow them or anything.
No, he just said let us know how you get on.
And we didn't think they'd germinate.
He had
but every single seed germinated.
But they were huge things.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to pick them when they're about 8 inches
It's like
long.
a vine, isn't it? It's like a tropical vine.
Definitely part of the cucurbit family.
But it started off very slow and then it just took on a life of its own.
Look at these bees.
Yeah, I know,
Look at
it's
the amount
absolutely...
of bees.
I was just saying.
They're amazing.
The wildlife they attract
is phenomenal.
See?
Yeah.
And from a little thing,
wow,
they really...
Can you home in on them? Look how tiny they are.
Yeah.
But it says to keep the plant tame, not let them get too big. The flavour is good. The flavour is like a minty cucumber, cucumber taste, cucumbery taste. And you pick them when they're about that big, and you can eat them raw, or you can cook them, or you can fry them, or you can roast them. There's so many things you can do with them. You can stuff them with, you know, rice and
amazing.
All sorts of other things.
Okay, we've got some tomatoes growing outside here that are doing well, quite well. They're very close together. These are marked as being Heinz 1350 bush variety, and they may still be that, but I'm not quite sure because they're growing quite big actually. Not as I would expect a Heinz variety to grow. They've all fallen over because we haven't been here for 2 weeks, so I need to stake these up. And look at the size of these things here. There's so much sunshine, they've gone crazy. So I need to sort all these out. These have all fallen over. Ah, the plot is just...
Oh, I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
I know.
Do both. Phil,
The red cabbage here.
Everything's a write-off on this.
On the sweet corn, yeah.
We'll start with the fresh crop and we'll get this in the compost.
Red cabbage is doing well there. And other brassicas here. Not sure what this is actually. It might be broccoli that's growing under there. We have some more peppers in here. You can see they're just loving it. They're loving the heat, and we've had an exceptional summer this summer. So these peppers have just romped away. Again, these are supermarket variety that we just happened to plant from seed. See how they'd go really, and they're going all right. Yeah, they're fruiting anyway. Here we've got a hunter squash, and we can see some here, some fruits. Hunter butternut squash there, growing in a Liverpool City Council recycling bin. Some more tomatoes here, need propping up again, and they've dried out a bit because we haven't been down to water anything. Oh God, getting on top of this again is going crazy. More brassicas in there. There's some broccoli heads here, which we uncovered these and just left them, thinking that the birds would eat them all. But they seem to have a second flush of life coming through. Oh, I don't know where to start with this.
Just start in one place and move outwards.
Good idea.
That's what I'm doing.
See what that advice is there. You take no notice of advice, do you? Just get on with it. These are parsnips. You can see the heads of parsnips there. Tender and true. Bed of parsnips have done quite well. They won't be ready till the winter time, winter crop. More brassicas here. All different types in this netting here. Some red cabbage, some kale. You can just see Brussels sprouts as well. Broccoli, those sort of things. Some cucurbits here that we're not sure what these are actually. These cucurbits. I think that's a hunter squash, but I'm not sure. We planted that quite late, and this looks like a cucumber. It's a very thin cucumber. It's not had much water. So that's that. Here we got a couple from a garden centre we got a few weeks ago. we got some globe artichokes, and they've romped away. 2 of them, 2 globe artichokes there, romping away. Red cabbage again here, and I think that's broccoli over there. This is a tomatillo, which is a Mexican tomato, but the only problem we've had with this is we need a couple of them to cross-pollinate, and this is the only one that germinated, so we thought we'd put it in anyway and see how it goes. But what we've noticed is, because it hasn't got a companion plant, it's flowering, but then the flowers drop and it's not fruiting. It's not self-fertile, so it needs a couple of plants around it to help it grow. Unfortunately, Catherine's cleared the sweet corn bed.
I'm going to chop that down now,
because that's just gone.
It's just, everything's got eaten.
Yeah.
There's not even a salvage.
We've got potatoes in here, so I'm going to dig them potatoes up.
We've got loads of stuff to planted and for cropping. We've got lots of brassicas, and we've lifted all our onions, haven't we, and a lot of the potatoes and the lump.
And the neighbour has given us some cucumbers. Look at them.
I'm not sure what variety they are. Michael said he's not sure.
No, but
lovely,
we haven't even grown any cucumbers this year. Yeah. Well, we've got one growing there. But
we grew Green Machine last year, which was very prolific and cropped to about that size.
But they need lots of watering to get them to that stage. This year's been very dry, hasn't it?
Has you done them in his polytunnel, those?
You may have done, yeah.
Right.
But that's amazing, isn't it?
So are you doing any practical hands-on tonight then?
Yes, I am. But what do you think about this? They're supposed to be peas, but they've just not done anything. Too hot for them.
Look at the sunflowers, Phil.
Yes, I've seen the sunflowers, Kath. I've told the people about the sunflowers. Yes, Kath. Here we've got some beetroot, but they don't look like they've done much. Some leeks in here. A lot of these plants, you see, they don't like the really hot weather. Sweet peas have gone over because we just haven't had enough time to pick them, and so they're all just gone to seed. You can't keep up with them. You only have to leave the plot for a week or so, and this is what you end up with. Doesn't look too bad, but then it doesn't look too good either. And we'll get it back.
Oh yeah, we will.
But it's going to take a bit of time. Okay, I've just noticed these tomatoes here. That looks suspiciously like blight. Late blight, which normally comes at this time of the season when the fruits are starting to ripen up, but they're still green. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to take the fruits off and use them for tomato chutney, or try to ripen them up at home. There's nothing for it but to destroy the plants, unfortunately. So that's the next job. See, that's a telltale sign of blight, these brown blotches on the leaves. And they usually extend to the stem as well, and there's nothing down for the plant when it gets to that stage. See? Never mind. Yep, that's it. So,
don't know whether to laugh or cry or both at the same time. Yeah. No, it's not too bad, but I'm just disappointed we lost all our sweet corn. All got eaten. Well, little rats and mice have got full bellies, I suppose. There you go. Any closing words here?
Closing words. I hope you've enjoyed our little plot tour. It wasn't what we expected.
Well, it's 2 weeks of unattended, isn't it? You know, so
yeah.
What do you expect?
What's going on? Global warming. It's been a mad summer, hasn't it?
It's been a good summer though. We've got good crops. Onions, broad beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Had loads of stuff. Garlic, elephant garlic's been good this year.
Hope you've had a good summer. Hope you're growing stuff, and if you're not growing stuff, then.
Did you show the greenhouse tomatoes?
Yeah, showed
so many.
Showed them that.
That's the first time we've seen them tonight.
It's a little tour,
but 2 weeks.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye.